Hey, sis. Welcome back to Sis What? Where the conversations are real, the vibes are honest, and the side eyes are holy, but very much necessary. It's your girl, Monique, and today I want to talk about trusting God. Not when everything is going right, not when the bills are paid, not when the relationship showed up, not when the prayer gets answered exactly how you wanted it to. I want to talk about trusting God when you're tired because I think a lot of us love God. A lot of us believe in God, but trusting Him when life doesn't look how you imagined, that's a different conversation. I think sometimes people assume that because you're faithful, you don't struggle. Because you pray, you don't cry. Because you go to church, you don't have moments where you're asking God, what exactly are you doing? And I've had those moments. I've had moments where life felt heavy, moments where I didn't understand the timing, moments where I thought things would happen sooner, moments where I wondered why certain doors closed, moments where I thought I was ready for something and God said, not yet. And if I'm being honest, I don't always like not yet. I like answers. I like plans. I like knowing where I'm going. Is there anybody else that feel that way? Because if God gave me the blueprint, I'd be like, okay, cool. I got it from here. But that's not faith. Faith is following even when you don't have all the details. Faith is taking the next step without seeing the entire staircase. And I think that's where God has been working on me lately. Not my ability to trust Him when things are clear, my ability to trust Him when they're not. Because the truth is, God has never failed me, not once. Now, has life gone according to my plans? Absolutely not. But when I look back over my life, I can see His hand everywhere. I can see Him carrying me through seasons I thought I would break. I can see Him protecting me from things I was praying for. And isn't that crazy? Sometimes the thing we're crying over is the exact thing God is protecting us from. We think rejection is punishment. God says protection. We think delay means denial. God says preparation. We think waiting means nothing is happening. Meanwhile, God is working behind the scenes the entire time. I think about all the versions of me I've been: the grieving version, the struggling version, the survival mode version, the version carrying more than she thought she could. And somehow, God never left any of those versions of me, not one. And that's why I trust Him. Not because everything has been easy, but because everything hasn't. And He still was there. See, trusting God isn't pretending everything is okay. Trusting God is saying, God, I don't understand this. God, this hurts. God, I'm tired. God, I wish things looked different, but I'm still choosing you. That's trust. And maybe that's what somebody needs to hear today. Because maybe you're waiting on a relationship. Maybe you're waiting on a job. Maybe you're waiting on healing. Maybe you're waiting on clarity. Maybe you're waiting on God to move in a situation that feels stuck. And you're wondering if He sees you. Sis, He does. The same God that carried you through your last storm didn't suddenly forget where you live. The same God that made a way before can make a way again. And maybe the biggest lesson I'm learning right now is this: God is not asking me to have all the answers. He's asking me to keep walking, to keep trusting, to keep believing, to keep showing up, even when I don't see the full picture. Because faith isn't certainty, faith is obedience. So if you're tired today, if you're waiting today, if you're frustrated today, I want you to know something. Your story isn't over. If you're still breathing, God is still working. If you're still here, God is not finished. And one day, you're going to look back at this season and realize He has been carrying you the entire time. This is Sis What, where the conversations are real, the vibes are honest, and the side eyes are holy, but still very much necessary. And I'll see you in the next episode.